I'm not Bob the Builder. People have been building Nigeria since 1960. Nigeria still never built.
Migration is every human being's right.
Absolutely.
I don't agree to passports. I believe that's just a limitation on every human being on the planet. We're meant to be able to go anywhere we want to go, whenever we want to, because that is why we are human beings on this planet, on this plane.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Uncolored Podcast, sponsored by Vesti. Of course, it's yours truly, Venita Akpofure. And today's topic, and you people should be ready today. Today, we're going to talk about our economy and relocation. Joining me today, I have two very, very passionate beacons. One on this side and one on that side. And when we get back from this break, I shall be introducing you to my guests. So stay tuned. I'll see you on the other side.
Want to jack while but stuck at the starting line? Meet Vesti. Get a US green card if you have a master's degree, access to loans and savings accounts, and enjoy full support for your school or work visa. We handle your banking and visa support fast and easy. Go with Vesti.
Welcome back. As promised, it's time to unveil who today's guests are. So, my first guest is none other than a darling to my heart. He is incredibly patriotic and a strong advocate for youth development in the country. He's also an actor and a serial mediapreneur. Please welcome Mr. Seyi Awolowo to the set.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
And our second guest is just as significant. He is so widely traveled. He is a medical doctor and he's a digital creator. In fact, he's the author of the best-selling ebook, Move Abroad by Force. Please help me welcome Wakawaka Doctor.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so glad you are here. Honestly, you guys have like polar opposite views of what's happening. So I'm really excited for this discussion we are going to have. Seyi, I'm going to come to you first. Yes, because apart from being a strong advocate and being patriotic on your own, you know, your bloodline is intertwined with the history of this country. So I want you just to speak to me about how you are currently coping with the way our economy is dealing with us right now. As a patriotic man.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Yes.
They are doing us dirty. We are being done dirty. I'm no cap. I'm not even going to mince words. I'm not going to try and be politically correct. We are being done dirty on all ramifications, all single tiers of everything, existence for us in this realm or plane called Nigeria, because, I mean, it doesn't make sense, the things that are happening. And, I'm not the smartest in the room. Let me just not make it seem like, but the people that are there are supposed to be smarter than me, but the things they are doing, I'm like, if I should sound human, right? If I'm going to sound human, I'll say that these guys are coons. If I'm to sound politically correct, I'll be like, they're politicians, they're trying. But yeah, it's just being honest, because the things that are happening, I mean, it's almost as if they've erased the average Nigerian. It's as if they don't want there to be an average Nigerian. They just want there to be polar opposites. That's what I think the country is. And for me, I'm doing my best, man. You know, right now, you guys behave yourself. You cut your coat according to your material. That size part, self, not be by size. You know, you have to think, you have to design your cloth well in order to know how you are going to save thread and needle. You get me? So it's just about knowing your strengths and weaknesses and how to adapt. It's not...
So you're adapting right now?
Well, I'm not saying... Well, yes, let me say that. Because that's what we've been doing since when I can remember.
And how does that affect your patriot?
I mean, I don't like, it has its moments. It has its moments when it's almost, but that's the thing, you just can't, because there's literally no place like home.
Okay. Wakawaka Doctor, there's no place like home. Regardless of, currency inflation, cost of living expenses, what's your take on this? Because I know, first of all, Waka, you're not there for any kind of suffering or hardship. You don't want to be in one place. How many countries have you been to, first of all? Let's start there.
Well, I've been to 78. Yeah, I'm hoping to make it 80 before the end of the year.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you've seen a lot of countries.
I have seen.
Visited a lot of economies.
I have.
Had a taste for the world.
I have. And I can tell you for free, okay, 195 countries in the world. I can tell you for free that you have at least 100 countries. And this is me just being, trying to be humble about it. You'd have at least 100 countries that are better than my home country, Nigeria.
Hey.
And that's a very sad thing to say. Now, a lot of people feel that because I tell people to move abroad, it means that I don't love Nigeria. No, it's the opposite. I never wanted to leave Nigeria. I didn't want to leave Nigeria in the first instance. And I love my country. But this is my own contribution to Nigerians. This is the way I can tell people that I love Nigeria. It's by telling people to actually leave. Because I've seen it firsthand how your life can literally change just by leaving the country. Everything dies in Nigeria.
That's a very strong statement.
Listen. Everything dies in Nigeria. My voice is shaking, isn't it? It's because it pisses me off.
You're very passionate about it. I can hear that.
It pisses me off. Being abroad is not because I want to live abroad. I want to actually come home. I miss the people, I miss the vibe, I miss the way we relate with ourselves. These things you don't find abroad. If everything works, if things are put in place in my home country, there's no reason why I should leave. I've said this many times. As a medical doctor, I was working here in Nigeria. My salary was less than 120,000 naira.
What year was this?
2 jobs, 2013, 2014.
Wow.
2 jobs, doctor, less than 120,000 naira. My first salary abroad was $5,000.
So
whoever says, he doesn't love his country, this doctor is a disgrace, you're a bloody hypocrite. Those idiots and stupid people with pot bellies who sit in the Senate, who rule us, jobless old men who sit there, grow pot bellies, earn thousands and thousands and thousands, than the teachers, than the engineers, than the doctors who actually, break their backs to develop this country. And that's the pain. That's why I am angry. That's why I tell people, look, you better leave. You better leave before you die. And so I have seen how your life can change just by moving abroad. And when I say abroad, I don't mean the US. I don't mean Canada. I don't mean Australia. Ghana is abroad.
So just any other country?
Yes, any country that provides you better than where you are is abroad. Because people move for different reasons. I'll start with one of the best examples, Jesus in the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah? Jesus jackpot.
I love it.
Yeah? They were chasing him. He ran away from Judea to Egypt, I think. He ran away. So if there's a reason, and the reason why he ran away was because they were after his life. So he ran away because of security. So if one of the reasons why you want to jackpot is security, if it is Togo that fulfills that reason, you've moved abroad. If the reason I moved abroad because I wanted more money, and the country I moved to was Saudi Arabia.
Ooh.
So you see, Saudi Arabia fulfilled my reason for wanting to move. So whether it's Ghana, whether it's Togo, whether it is Azerbaijan, so long as it fulfills, and Azerbaijan is just an example, but so long as it fulfills the reason for you wanting to move abroad, then you've successfully migrated.
So you're saying at this point, right now, in this second, today. Jackpot shouldn't even just be a trend. It's now a necessity?
It's a necessity. If you want to, listen, I think that if you think you are a big boy, whether financially in Nigeria, if you think you're a creative, genie in Nigeria, I think when you move abroad, you have 10 times the potential.
Wow.
As we are recording now, lights feed just go.
I'm so Wakawaka, why now?
Not true now.
It's my set. We will not do such. The light will shine forever. Not this place
I
now.
have a power bank. I'm using power bank now. I don't think about all those things when you're abroad. You don't think about it. So you have your memory RAM of your brain is dedicated to other things, more important things. You're not thinking of, I have to iron my clothes, so NEPA might take light. I have to charge my phone so that I'll be able to meet up with this meeting. I have to leave home 3 hours before time because of traffic and bad roads.
Shay, you're just having a nice little chuckle in that corner. I have to come because I need to know what you're laughing about because we are, like you said, losing intelligent, brilliant minds, and we're losing them rapidly. Mm-hmm. Do you agree? Do you think it's a trend? Would you say it's a necessity? What is your take on this?
Wow. Okay, first things first. If there was an environment that would encourage people to want to stay, as if the government were doing what they're supposed to do, because he mentioned some people sitting out somewhere getting paid a whole lot, a ridiculous sum, and they always try to defend it for silly reasons. If it is that they were doing what they were actually meant to be there to do, this conversation won't even be on the table to start with.
Facts.
Right? Mm-hmm. Now, what exactly is the solution, or what exactly is it that's making people jackpot? If you remember when I started off, I said, it seems like these guys work for somebody else. If you ask me, because the things they do, how they implement whatever they do, it doesn't seem as if they are practicing democracy. It doesn't feel like it's power of the people, by the people, for the people. I mean, forgive me if I didn't arrange it properly.
No.
It seems like it's power for some other people by those people.
Right.
And but the part where jackpot is not a necessity still fulfills the purpose that those people want, if you look at it right. If you really look at everything to the core, a lot of things have been wrong since. So I just say the education system that made you who you are, bred you for that same purpose of you going to go and make another person's country better. You didn't actually think of how to they said how to get rich is by finding a solution to a problem.
Right.
And mass producing it, right? How do you do that? You decide to leave. And you have decided to now lead by example, by leaving. That you guys, let's go. Pack your bag, let's go. Come on, drop your mother's name, let's go. Right? In the course of going, with all the things that have been wrong with all the various institutions up until that point in time, that had created demons in sheep's clothing or sheep in demon clothing, or however way we should label the various types of human beings that live or have left the country. Remember, not all fingers are equal. They've all left. At some point in time, the next thing you hear, a Nigerian man with drugs worth something billion was caught in. Now remember, it's you don't know the people that are going off. You don't know why they are going off, right? But they should just go off. But when they go there, they'll do the things they do, they make you look bad, and then you still complain. Have we tried to fix inside home first before you now start saying, okay, now let's go and spread our love out there? Because yes, I know that there are a lot of genius minds in this country. Plus the ones that are stereotypes to not even being great by saying because he cannot speak English is why he's an Olodo. See, a lot of things have been wrong with our system from time, but nobody is, as if the people that are supposed to address it to just want to walk over it. I beg. Unfortunately, it's not exactly our fault, but it's still our fault. Because for those of us that are exposed that can see it, if we now come and try and talk about it, we have people like you that will tell us, don't mind him, Jare. And for me, it's very easy to discredit me. You are Awolowo now, there's money somewhere. Hey, now, P.S., there's no money anywhere. I'm looking for my own money.
Boom.
Well, that's how I'm quickly be labeled. Rich kid, yay! No, I'm just fortunate to be able to make use of the channels I have to make the best life I can. Mm-hmm. I believe in trying to create my own heaven on earth until whatever prophecy of the world is being fulfilled. But I've got a family that I have to look after. Now, how do I set my priorities? They come first. I know how I arrange my scale of preference. I know how my opportunity cost is. I don't have to buy $1,000 red bottom shoes for now, till I get to that point. How do I cope now with my family? I do what I got to do. These people that you tell to jackpot, do you tell them the cons as well as the pros?
Always.
The cons that they can be there. Now, this might be speculation, but they can just tell you to stop and somebody will shoot you and they'll tell you that you were a drug dealer. It's not like, is it how the information that they use to want to jackpot, is there work waiting for them there? If you're a Nigerian that can raise 20, 30 million naira to jackpot, that's you are moving, you are not coming back. You have waka semo waka. I'm very disengaged. You know,
done.
you know, guys, you follow and go. When you get there with your 30 million, you pay your first month. Now, take note, month. It's not yearly, month. Does that Nigerian know that it's month?
I like how you said 30 million.
Bro, no.
How much is that 30 million naira? How much is in pounds?
No, bro. See,
Think about it now. How much is that 30 million?
That's where we are getting to.
Okay, let's go.
It's change. It's peanuts in the forex.
Okay.
Please, it's not peanut. Please, 30 million is not.
Okay, so now you see
30 million is not peanut.
No, you see Wakawaka as Waka.
No, it's peanuts.
Venita, take note, Wakawaka, you have Waka around. You have see different transactions,
Please,
currency.
it's not a peanut, please, okay? Even in the abroad.
In this very country, there are some people
less
that
than 15,000 pounds.
Waka, you know, there are some people in this country that have used 5 million to change their lives.
It's like
around.
we're gonna carry his back.
Some people have used 2.5 million. Some people have used 500 naira. And I'm not trying to promote anything, but even the people that do their sporty and all those other things, they've 100 naira.
Yes.
You see, their life turn around.
Yes.
You get, this is in this country, in Nigeria, cool? 30 million. You now carry it over there. You pay your first rent. You realize that, man, how it go be? You've not seen employment letter yet. The next month is coming. You don't look. You know now. You know how you'll be feeling. You know the feeling. You've been there. But God was merciful. He answered your prayer. The one that their prayer has to wait, Uncle. What will they do next? They'll think of the next best. They might go into things that they're not supposed to do in order to. So now, I don't have a problem. Tell people to migrate. Migration is every human being's right.
Absolutely.
I don't agree to passports. I believe that's just a limitation on every human being on the planet. We're meant to be able to go anywhere we want to go, whenever we want to, because that is why we are human beings on this planet, on this plane. You get? But now, I'll go to one country with, okay, I'm a bad boy, I raise 100 million. I get into the Europe. I make a mistake, I go and stay in a costly place, Luxembourg, or Highland Dublin. Oh gosh. You get it. When the masses start affecting my naira, and I've still not seen a job, what would I do?
But you know, Seyi, this is very interesting conversation and interesting points you've raised. But this is why I also say this, and everybody who follows me will know this, that I say, when you want to move abroad, you don't stand up and say, I dey go.
Do you know your fellow Nigerian?
Yes, but that's how life is. Yeah, you have people who just carry their bags and go.
True.
There's a lot of planning that goes into this move. So if you're going, you cannot just leave here now and say, I will just go. When I go there, I go begin look for work. It doesn't work like that. You need to have a plan. And I know a lot of people do that. And that's why we try to educate people about the proper way to do it.
Okay.
If you want to migrate, you have to do it properly.
So I just
and just before that, let me say something.
This is getting
Let me say
heated.
something. Migration is a cycle.
Okay.
So you cannot just go abroad and just face front and just be going. You've not completed it though. You must come back home.
Okay.
So migration is a cycle that must be completed. When you come back home and affect your family, you affect your community, you affect your state, you affect your country in any way or form, then you can say I've migrated. Like me now, I've been abroad for 10 years. I've gone home, I've come back, I've established business here, and now I'm helping people start their lives abroad. My job is done.
Okay, doctor, I just have to get into this because you did say you definitely try and advise as well the cons and the down parts or the emotional and financial trips that come with migration. Are you very, very clear about that? Because I will not lie, if I go on your page, 95 countries, I want to see what you're doing where and here. I'm not focusing, I'm not getting it. So when you are actually like, please, if your life is going to be better for you out here, there is also this part you need to think about. And then do you make it very clear that your migration, the one that you have in mind, is to go all the way around and come back and not just be gone forever? Like, how do you push this message
If you go on Google, if you go on Google anytime, open your phone, go on Google and just type, migration is not about money, but of courage. You will see my name.
Okay.
Because it's a belief, and I've put it out there that, look, it's not just about the money, it's about courage. You need a lot of courage to actually move abroad. You're going to leave your friends, you're going to leave your family, you're going to leave the language you know behind, you're going to, no amala, no fufu, no eba. You're going to be eating steak and sandwich, So a lot of things are going to change. The cold, your ear will be like cardboard, So you're changing your whole environment. It takes a lot of courage to do that. So I tell people this, and I also tell people, when you're moving abroad, You don't go empty-handed. You need to have a skill. What's that country going to benefit from you? I won't go hustle. Hustle how? What are you going to contribute?
So if I may ask, what kind of skill are you talking about?
Like a learned skill.
Yeah, learned skill.
Yeah.
I'm talking about being a digital creator. I'm talking about being an engineer, a tech guy, a teacher, an engineer, a health skill, a marketing, sales, something like that, to be able to contribute to the economy. So you must have what you're giving back. And as everything in life, there's always black and white. There's pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages, merits and demerits. So you must know that when you're moving abroad, everything is not green on the other side. You don't pay, how many people pay taxes in Nigeria? You go pay 48% tax. You collect 5,025, and they will give you for your bank account. And you've worked hard for that money. So you need to know that these things happen. But we're talking about a system that works. You know that money you're paying hard for, you go to the hospital, it's free medical health care. There's electricity 24 hours in a day. Your roads work. If you lose your job for 6 months, the government will pay you. They say, sit at home. That's why we are angry now. Me, I work every day. But you have people...
Is it all the countries?
It's not all the countries.
Most countries do it.
After 6 months?
Most countries do what is called a job seeker's visa that you have for 6 months. 6 months. You lose your job, they pay you for it. It's social. Wow. There are people who receive socials. That's why when you go to the UK, there are people from Nigeria and other African countries that go abroad and all they do is just give birth. Why do you think they just give birth? Because government pays them money. That's a job.
So are you saying they're better off with this decision?
I'm saying no. It's not as if they're better off, but I'm saying that there's a system that works there. There's a system that works abroad. So even if you're losing money, you know where it's going. And these are some of the issues we have here back home.
Okay. Wow.
Talk now.
Shay?
I mean, see, okay. So all these systems, if you actually really look deep down, all the way back, these things are not things that favor us now.
How do you mean?
It doesn't favor any of us. That you think that these things are just there to dull you and dumb you down. You go and sit at one place and you just become a baby factory. Wait.
Those are people that take advantage of the system.
Standard, yes. Now, but still.
Me, I did go hospital, they walk.
No, yes. And see, even at that, do you know, I would like to tell some people that they don't know that their healthcare system here is better than a lot of other countries.
Why?
Oh, wow.
Because you can walk into the hospital.
Oh, wait,
no.
Hold up.
No.
Now, you see when you have an incentivized medical staff, now what they need to do in order to make extra cash is make sure that you use drugs. There is no how you ever feel fine. You will be
do you know how many patients I was seeing in Nigeria?
I know that you are a doctor.
Wait, do you know how many patients? Let me ask you first. Do you know how many patients I was seeing in Nigeria when I was working?
I almost cannot imagine.
Can you? No, just guess. In a day. You can't guess.
Say like 50?
You're wrong.
20.
You're wrong.
100?
You're wrong.
How many?
150 at least every day.
Oh, wow. Splendid.
And let me tell
Thank you very much for that.
You are thanking me because it's my job. I will still have to see them.
Yeah.
But have you thought about what it does to me as a doctor?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, no. No, I do.
And do you think I can be effective?
No,
I can do my job as my job for those 150 patients?
So now see something in that part.
Day.
Yes, I do agree with you. It's insane, right? Even when they use the term brain drain for people going out there, it's even draining to be in that kind of situation here.
Absolutely.
I totally understand because the environment for you guys to be there and do your jobs appropriately is not there. Somebody is being greedy somewhere, and I get it. Trust me, I do. But still, that person's agenda that is making you people feel uncomfortable there. The end goal is to get you out of the country still, regardless. It's where I'm coming from. In the long run, it's still for you to want to go and chase greener pastures. Now, regardless of if, let's say, that was happening, and there were other infrastructures to back it up. There was still like transports, there was power, you still will not mind, you still chase it because ethics as well comes to play in your
course.
occupation.
Yeah.
So, I'm chasing, that means at least my light is not bad, Still not bad, but it's like, that's why I say it's as if these guys are coons and they're just looking for everywhere to push us to the wall and be like, okay, yeah, let's give them space. Okay, so now we jack back, they'll sell the land. What do you think will happen? I'll reach there now, I want to come back. And now come and start asking somebody that I want to buy land. The land that is meant to be mine, they tell me I should pay for. Oh, no, I don't agree with that. So in the long run, let's really do the homework of what's really going on. There is a decay deep in the system that has eaten deep. It ate up to the point of our parents, because all they were just particular about is this. They didn't even try to think outside the box or outside the spectrum per child. Like, this guy go feeds. Most of us, we had to, in my local language, Jarawagba. We had to collect our, no way, this is what I want to do. If not, we would have had to be on some tailored lifestyle. You get. So now in Nigeria, what exactly are, like, I would say the people that took our history did us a huge disfavor.
Disservice, yeah.
A huge disfavor, because now people do not know, we don't have the idea of who we are. They don't even know the qualities that we actually originally possessed. Everybody just going. And now if you look around the world, wow, Nigerians are in every single sector. From robotics to medicals to agriculture.
Finance,
So, okay, so now even the average man knows these things, let alone the people that are sitting down in the offices. Why can't you lead a campaign that's making these people in the office? Or, why are not trying to be a lobbyist that's trying to push a policy that's to encourage people to migrate back?
Okay, so
you get where I'm coming from. Instead of
you're saying, Shay, in essence, we should encourage a more entrepreneurial spirit, or just a spirit that will guide us, bringing the skills and the other things we have picked up at home. Is that what you are saying?
What I'm saying to the degree is, the people at the helm of policy making,
of course,
need to be more creative. Because if they think they are, I'm sorry, they don't even know what colors are. They don't even understand how to draw nothing. Like, if they have the right policies in place, he will be telling people to come to Nigeria, not leave Nigeria.
Yes.
You get me? He's going to be like, man, this is where the money's at. Because I have friends that have family, regardless of how bad the economy is. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. But I have friends that have families abroad that they've bought the house there. They are giving their wife an alawi. On top of that, she's going to school and working and still has her own money there, paying for the car, paid for healthcare, all the way from here. And they are still doing their normal Thursday evening, chilling with the boys, like nothing happened.
So you're saying collab, there's a balance, there's a collabo in it.
There's a way we can walk through it if we calm down and stop telling ourselves a lie.
Okay.
Or stop trying to live according to another person's pace or time.
And stop trying to run from the problem.
Exactly. Let's go at it, because, I mean,
I've always felt that, look,
Wakawaka and Seyi, back to back.
I always say this, that, and Seyi and a few others would tackle me for this, but I always said, while I think, yes, it's my responsibility as a Nigerian, to build my country, but we're not the first builders.
Oh, I agree.
True.
I'm not Bob the Builder. People have been building Nigeria since 1960. Nigeria still never built.
But 1960 is actually not really that long ago.
I'm saying, I'm just starting for 1960. But people have been building far. So those that have been building since 1960, including your grandfather, that have been building since. If your grandfather could not build it, is it me that will build it?
Okay.
I'm asking you, if your grandfather could play a role in building this Nigeria, and it's still never, foundation is still weak.
No, you can't use that comparison.
Okay.
Different time.
Wait, I'm asking questions.
Okay, wait, let me use this. This will help, right? You know how everybody complain about slave trade?
Yes.
Slaves, they needed help in order to do other things, to be able to get further inland. They needed coons, house slaves, to speak the language and deceive people. We have a whole lot of those kind of people in the places of authority right now. they should be angry if the shoe fits. Now you sabi. That's just what it is. Because there's no how I'm looking at. See, if it's that we're more of if this was like a communist system, right? We're more capitalist than we are communist.
Okay.
And communism, or should I put it that way? Yes.
Yes.
Works better in this African plane because we literally know how to watch each other's backs. We have adages like it takes a community to raise a child. We understood those core beliefs. We had them, even if they came to rewrite our history over and over again. So why are we now shying away now? Because westernization have entered or social media?
Selfish interest.
Selfish. No, I think that's above all. Everybody just want to cash. They want to count more money than they can even spend.
Well, for some people, it's not even just about surviving. We are currently in survival mode over here.
Literally.
In as much as, they'll look at all of, you're doing well. We are all literally like, please, let's just make it successfully to the end of the year. So,
After the end of the year, you still have 3 years to go.
Well, when you have that mentality, because I'm done with you people. As Nigerians, we're known to be very resilient people. We are known, we survive anywhere, under any conditions, whichever. You step out, you now have this survivor mentality, which you find probably doesn't really quite work or is not really smiled upon when you're outside. I just want to know, how do we adjust from going from survival mentality to thriving?
So, it's like I said, when you move abroad, you have to know that it's not all green. It's not all green there. There will be challenges, loads of them. But you have to tell yourself, parts of assimilating and adapting into a new country, is believing that you will make it. You have to tell yourself that you will make it. And I think that if you look back to where you're coming from, let me speak in about Tobati Phobi Bridge 36. You just thought about it. Before I got to this country, I flew like 36 bridges.
Can you imagine?
You will find a way to just make sure that they don't laugh at you and say, you came back with empty bags.
No, but we're talking thriving now. We're not just talking surviving.
So it starts with you, because your life is not just going to change immediately.
Right.
It starts with you trying to survive, trying to lay a foundation for your new life. And depending on the kind of skill you've taken when you moved abroad, depending on the type of plan you've made for yourself, depending on what you've written down to say, okay, this is what I want to achieve in so years, you will begin to thrive gradually. It takes time. It's a time game. So I can tell you from my own experience that you will definitely thrive if you follow your plan. If you follow the keys you've set to yourself, you will definitely thrive.
So what about those, Africans that don't have a classic learned skill, but they want to go abroad? For example, my daughter's not of age yet, but she may have, a very nice dream that she wants to go and explore over there. Are you saying their chances of thriving or surviving are a lot less, a lot smaller?
No, okay, you're talking of a child now.
Well,
let's say, what kind of skill are you talking about? Tell me about one skill you're talking about that might not be the kind of skill you think I'm talking about. Let's say...
So we have classic skills, right?
Are you talking of traditional ones like maybe making hair, cooking, things like that?
No. Okay. So when I'm saying learned skills, so I'm referring to essentially society essentials, doctors, nurses, teachers, that kind of thing. I believe making hair and stuff would be, how would we call that? It's like a labor skill
like
as opposed
trade skills,
to...
blue collar
skills.
skills.
As opposed to... So
skills.
if you do not have a learned skill, are your chances of thriving are they any less?
No, they're not.
They're not.
Because, so I always tell people, and people who follow me know this, I say that every country, for instance, has what is called a shortage occupations list.
Okay. Where can we find that?
You just need to Google it.
So every country,
country.
These are the jobs we don't have.
Portugal right now is looking for plumbers. Plumbers. Do you know that truck drivers earn a whole lot of money than some doctors and engineers?
I saw that. I saw a lady posted today. She said she did 3 hours to her journey in a truck, 3 hours back. and then took a 6-hour coach journey home and made, was it $14,000 or $18,000
They earn a lot
cash?
of money.
Okay, so for example, if I decide to migrate, that might be a kind of job.
So we are looking for truck driver
And there's
positions,
dignity in
please.
labor.
See, no, me,
there's
I
dignity in
believe
labor.
in working hard for my own.
Yes,
people.
yes,
This is
dignity
just
labor.
me. As in, see, if I decide to jack my people see me driving taxi, it's because I gotta do what I gotta.
My brother, do you know how much those
and I'll chop my life.
do you know how much taxi
But now-
drivers earn?
But now this is the thing. With the entire life I spent in school here,
I was telling
Yeah,
you.
but that,
I now go there.
Yeah,
Hello,
but
see,
you
that's
see-
another psychological
but you see,
slap. on my
yeah,
forehead,
but
bro.
that is you
get
now.
me because
That's-
you
there's
can't be Hoibo at the back.
dignity
Now
in
come
labor.
tell me,
Waka
calling
and
me black
Shay,
monkey.
I did
Man,
not
gay
bring-
guy.
I did not bring you
No,
guys
I'm sorry.
here to
See,
quarrel.
let's just get something
There's
straight.
I'm
dignity
quarreling
in labor.
Yoruba.
No, it's
There's
not as if,
dignity
okay,
in
sorry.
labor.
Order.
There's dignity
No,
in
see,
labor.
okay, let me just, this is very simple. See,
Okay.
and now I went to university here. I chop slap. I was
For
obtained
4,
by,
5 years.
by school
Wow,
two
wait,
boys.
let him
take
learn.
note. I saw life in this environment,
Okay.
right? I will now go there. They will now say I should go and work inside factory. Right? From desk job that I was probably doing before, I'm going to factory. Then one guy,
So
that will be in
he's
the
killing me
office.
right now.
I think I'm sure he knows someone that's been in this same situation.
I
You
can
get?
imagine.
Then one guy will just come and decide to want to say that I'm monkey. I will knock him, and if I knock him, I'm going to jail.
You know, that happened to me when I was in Saudi Arabia.
happened to you? Oh, let's get into it.
It happened to me when I was in Saudi Arabia. He had this, of course, where was he from? He was a supervisor.
Okay.
And he was from Qatar.
Okay.
Right? And he looked at me and he called me a monkey.
Hey.
Right?
Wow.
So I looked at him and I was like, I don't blame you. I don't
Breathe, Shay. Just breathe.
Gosh.
Guys, don't worry. I'll be here to
But wait,
separate them, okay?
Sorry, I'll
You see-
say it again. Yoruba.
wait,
Okay, Jai,
wait.
Jai.
But wait, you see, the thing is this. When we talked about the pros and the cons, these are some of the disadvantages. You will get them, all right? But for me, I know where I'm going.
So the
Fair
goal is bigger.
Fair enough. They said don't be a human being.
I know
become a
where
robot.
I know where I'm going.
Be a robot for the
So-
duration of time that you make your money.
There are two.
Shay,
There are two options now. There are two options. It's either, as they call you, black monkey,
HR.
and you collect $5,000, or you abuse him and go back home and take 98,000. Which one will you choose?
So I know that you say I should stand there. You call me monkey.
I'll just call you black monkey and give you
I'll just quickly go
$5,000.
to HR, Abi. Say, he called me black monkey. Now, see, this is
Yes,
fully fair.
wait,
Now,
wait,
take
but
note.
wait.
You know, by the time you have complained one, oh gosh, you have to complain twice. You have to complain 3 times.
now,
Now
wait.
you're on record. It's not hard for them
But
to write.
wait, Shay.
how
If
they call
somebody
that?
call you black monkey now, just say, you're a black monkey. And at the end of the month, they give you $5,000
Extra.
Or
You said extra?
you fight him and say, no, I'm not a black monkey. Then they say, okay, go back to your country. You now go back to your country and they'll be giving you $100,000.
So hold on. Wakawaka, are you saying there is a price on self-respect?
No, not on self-respect. But I'm saying that, I've had racist comments.
What's the worst, like the most ridiculous
My
My fellow
situation?
Nigerians,
Dublin.
I'm sorry,
I was in-
I've thought about the hustle for you Nigerians. Very, very quick hustle. Now all of you carry your load and go to the place where they quickly call you monkey. Every morning,
I'm so
every
sorry.
morning, you hold banana when you're going to the office. You put it in your mouth, you're entering the door of the office, and they can call you monkey and collect $5,000, yeah?
I was in Dublin.
Abba.
Okay.
I was in Dublin.
Dublin.
Yeah.
Dublin.
I was
He
in
was
Dublin.
in Dublin.
Well, in the Republic of Ireland, there's a city called Limerick,
Yeah.
where I was working, and I was doing my night calls, and I was taking a stroll on the streets, and I had these 2 teenagers who, literally used the N-word for me, right? And at that point, there were 2 or 3. I chased one of them down. You see, yes, because I was...
Wakawaka, you the ginger.
yes,
like
so-
You know, hear the name Waka Waka.
Sure, you
I'm
guys-
gonna get speed and
I
momentum.
chased one of them down, and I caught him and I said, you call me what? What did you call me? I said, repeat it. It was shaking. I said, I must hear it again. Then he refused to say it. But it was you could feel the tremor. You know, and this is how they're cowards, yeah? So again, like I said, the goal is what counts. When somebody calls you, you're a nigger, you're a monkey, you're this, you're that, they are the uneducated ones. I know my focus. I know what I'm here for. And some of these things, I look at it.
No, true.
many years ago, these white guys, they came to our lands to steal, isn't it?
Yes.
So what is wrong with me going back to take what they've stolen?
Interesting perspective.
So I'm going back to take all the things they've stolen.
Well, not exactly, but I get where you're coming from.
Somehow. It's indirect now.
Indirect.
So I'm going back to collect all the things they've stolen to bring back.
If we were to think about it that way, right? If you think about we want to take back what they took, then
so you are now on my side.
No,
Shay, that list is. I can see where you are going. Come back from this junction. Come back.
So now, you're on my side, though.
Wait. I see here. Like, honestly, I'm on every side that makes everybody live themselves to the fullest potential. It's just that don't go with a misguided narrative or a misguided idea of what you think should or shouldn't be. Like, be ready for it. I'm seeing people. If I don't go vaccine at the end with that, people that are sitting down on rudder of shape, and and that's the part where I say it's as if we are being gatekept by these guys for globalists and stuff, and they are not even looking at the potential within. They are not looking because there is potential within, to and through. Kids that are already coding to grown-ups that are building from scrap. There's a lot of potential within here that can generate so much money away from oil. At a point in time, we were on the starting point with Dubai.
Yeah, and Singapore.
Yeah, and now look at them and look at us. And Dubai has diversified from oil. So the potential is, and we used to make money off food, not even oil. And we were stanky rich. The Naira was dragging with the dollar and the pound. But since then, devalue your Naira so I give you more money. I don't even understand how you come and even say that to me and I'm supposed to even listen, but devalue your currency so I can give you money.
I always also say something.
Like,
when I was growing
and people say that I'm learned and that, you're meant to understand this is sorry. There's no how you want to tell me this thing, right? There's no how you want to explain monetary policy back and front. You say I should devalue my currency standing, so you can give me a ridiculous sum, so it will interpret it.
Can I ask a question?
When I was growing up, you see, and just say this, when I was growing up, and maybe it was the same for you, I was taught by Ghanaians.
You went to school in Ghana?
I went to school here in Nigeria.
Okay, but your teachers were
But
Ghanaians.
my teachers were Ghanaians.
Okay.
And in university, I had Indian lecturers. Why?
Oh, do you know that the Saudi family used to come to UI for treatment before?
Exactly.
And the
because
British family as well.
Because Nigeria was doing things.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well.
So now, it is the other way around.
So you have stated so many ways that it may be beneficial to step out, and you have underlined that your point is step out but come back. Yes, we're making that very clear. Shay, you are so convicted in just being very rooted at home. I do know you step out on occasion.
He steps out very well.
No, wait. We have a family to take care of. We have a family to take care of. Yes, shout out to my family.
Just so we are clear.
What?
My family, my wife is not Nigerian. She's Nigerian, but not Nigerian.
There this debate is over.
No, wait, Wakawaka, wait.
I live here.
But your wife is not Nigerian.
My firstborn
lives here.
But she's not Nigerian.
She's
Nigerian before she became Irish.
British born.
Okay, she's
Irish
British born.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you see, it's not like it happened.
We are saying the same thing.
I'm not. I see. That's the thing. Don't you think I'm supposed to have my passport by now?
You could, yeah.
Why?
You just refuse to.
Refused? Why?
You just maybe because you are the grandson of Nigerian.
Hey, do we even have passport book? Is the question. Well, let's not even do this. Let's not even do this.
Okay, no. So I should go and ask them for passport now. They say I should write English exam. So with all the English I did, I should still come and pay for an English. See, apart from that, the fikpa that they use also when we now want to go. Come on. As in already, come on. I go to this place on Freedom Way. They say they will send my passport to another place, but whereas they hold it so they can knock me local. And you not tell me that the country
said, nothing good comes without sacrifices.
Which one is nothing? Every time that they reject somebody, they should return the person's money.
I swear,
What's the excuse?
Japan does it. Japan does it.
Count the remaining 100 countries. Sorry, 198 countries. Sorry, the one.
I'm here for that. I'm here for
please,
that.
No, please tell me. Only Japan.
You will not pay. You will not pay until you get your visa.
Next country. Next one.
They are coming.
So what are we saying? Please, this thing is. Let's really think about it. They are sending you. It's reverse slave trade.
It's politicized.
Let me just put it for you like this.
It's politicized, and countries use it as a means to make money because they know a lot of people want to, go abroad. And that speaks to the points you've raised. If things are working here, there's no reason why anybody should want to move out. So it goes back to making things actually tick, making things actually work. And whether or not I tell people move abroad, go abroad, it's because I want their lives to be better because of the situation we find ourselves here. If Nigeria works, and what I want is a Nigeria that works. Because if Nigeria works, I will pack my bag. I'll be the first on the plane back home.
You have to, please, you heard that here first.
I will
so
be the first on a plane back home and telling people, move abroad to Nigeria for free.
But speaking about people that are coming back home, because obviously right now you guys know the currency situation is also making here quite appetizing for those of our family members that are abroad and are just fed up of being in a system. Because yes, I will say it, regardless if you want to go abroad and say, I want to take this job and I'm driving the truck and it's earning me money, I do feel like you get sucked into this psychological system where there's a cap and there's a start, and it's very easy not to dream, not to aspire, and not to chase opportunities that may otherwise sound quite radical.
You can just get to one spot and just be there,
So there are a lot of people that, what do you think about the people that are literally like, oh wow, is that the price of pound and dollar? Okay, take my house, take everything, I'm coming back to be a king. What do you think about those people making that kind of decision to relocate?
I mean, first things first, the same way people are applying to JAPA, and I'm saying, have you done your homework? I'll also tell them to properly do their homework too. Because they need to know what they are going to come home to do.
So you're fair. You're saying
it's
also not rosy on this side.
Because these guys, if the guys at the helm of affair were doing the right thing, it's a different thing entirely. That's exactly what we're supposed to be promoting. People coming back home, bringing their knowledge, bringing their wealth back home to make it easier for them.
Their skill.
So you're in support of that.
Because there's this doctor that came back as well recently that has really... He's bringing back
orthopedic hospital.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to make things easier for we parents, that need that. Or my children are on point. For parents that need, that kind of services, you get that kind of thing. So those kind of things is what I'm looking forward to, seeing the people that have gone there, gathered skills, gathered wealth, to come back. And even if it's just little investments, test the waters, see how it's going, then know how to go about it.
I was just about to ask.
Because at the same time, some people will just sell a huge, just get one house in Lagos. It might not be Lagos that will pay that particular person to come and live in. It might be him just going to Ogun State, but now the problem now, you see, people at the helm of affairs, security. I would like to say, why not go to Ibadan? Why not go to, go to Oshun, go to Imo, go to the north? But I cannot guarantee my own safety on the road out there, not to mention anybody else. So I can't say, come. But then again, if you want to come, please do the homework.
So your first thing on advice list is do the homework.
Yes, do the homework. What is your money going to? How are you going to keep making money? Do you have an investment there? Because right now, the ultimate advice from any business is if you can make money in Forex, make money in Forex. True. Even if it's dicey, because right now, at the point of that, if you create a means of making money in Forex, and if the government can come and meet you and say, this is new, this seems laundryable.
That's been happening a lot.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because regardless of how well, and this is the reason why I don't entirely blame anybody that wants to migrate, because he can come up with a fantastic idea, and then it's just the country. And instead of the country to think of how to partner with the person, it had to make it big and spread it out. And this is why I say they are not creative.
Like they did for nurses, and they say, nurses, don't go abroad anymore. You have to practice in Nigeria for 5 years before you go abroad. Instead of asking yourself, why do these nurses actually want to move out? Let's find a way to plug the problem. You now say, no, we'll stop them. Instead of saying, okay, let's pay them more. Let's incentivize them,
exactly.
Let's create hospitals with world-class facilities that they can work. No,
they'll tell us that, you see, bureaucratically, we need to converse about this. How do we know? 200,000 is too much for someone that's going to save your child's life. Really? And there'll be, even in this is why I use this word at some point in time, capitalist mindset. That need to make so much more than everybody else to be top tier, top
1%.
We lost ourselves when we stopped caring for people and so we started caring for things. Now it's more about the material. Yeah, I need money. Yeah, I need. Whereas the human interaction, the human relations, I don't know where my kid could go out and I might have been Who knows? Nice to you one day, you see something happen to my kid. By God's grace, you are supposed to help me intervene. That's how we were.
Yes,
As in,
community.
when I was running amok as a child, now my mama friend go knock me from back. I go, hey, mom, you know. That was how it was. Right now, then go change it for
himself.
They can change it for the ones you know, it just goes because we've lost ourselves to a very bad state. So this whole thing starts from a serious core correction. Like the people up there, they literally, I mean, if you ask me, if they say they want to off NEPA, off light, off internet, and just sit down and let's talk about the things we need to do, it's not a bad idea. We can start from there. Because every other solution everybody wants to bring to our problem will say, there must be bloodshed. No, please. People want to revenge. And it will become a sufficient cycle. You know, it will just give, we need to, you people, you are right in your own way. I think I'm right in my own way, since people think you are right. We don't need to kill people. Because you do not know who you are. That one will not come back, this person killed my uncle's auntie's uncle. When, you know, and it will just start all over again. My nephew's sister, unnecessary. So what's the point? Let's all just sit down and
have a
make
very
work,
serious conversation.
We have dough in this country.
Yeah.
Resource-wise.
Yeah.
There's, as in the availability, BRICS is on the rise right now, right? One of those things, right? Where they say your resource earns you a better stake at the table. We have it all. How? Literally, how? Like, think of an element, think of something that is a cash crop or a cash resource. It's here.
It's here.
To
Absolutely.
a good business level.
Yes.
You know, you know something, government, we dash you hoy. Leave the rest for us. Let's walk the rest. I promise you, long throw to catch them, they'll come back and ask for another thing.
Want to jackpot but stuck at the starting line? Meet Vesti. Get a US green card if you have a master's degree, access to loans and savings accounts, and enjoy full support for your school or work visa. We handle your banking and visa support fast and easy. Go with Vesti.
Well, very interesting suggestion and some very, very strong and passionate points. Thank you, gentlemen, for your very insightful words. And as you can see, they are very passionate about their opinions. Seyi, it's only right that I direct the same energy that I did to our wonderful doctor here, to you.
Okay.
So I want to speak to you about the fact that we are in survivor mode, like we've all agreed. So what is it going to take for us to go from survival mode as Nigerians to thriving?
Wow, this one, I think they've been doing this one from time immemorial. Nobody has still decided to listen.
Oh,
Well, okay, but honestly, there's a lot that needs to be done. Like, there's a whole lot of things that need to be done.
your main points, then your main things that you think need to come into place instantly, need to be implemented from tomorrow.
From tomorrow, I believe there needs to be a referendum. We need to rewrite the constitution. We need to understand the kind of governance that would favor us here in Nigeria, because clearly democracy is looking shaky at this point in time. It seems like it favors some people more than the people that it's meant for. So I think something has to be, we have to look into that. The electoral system, the electoral commission needs to be rejigged. The security apparatus, the paramilitary, military, to a certain degree, I believe that they are still using posts, or should I say pre-colonial manuscripts embedded into what they do. Because if you look at it, even when you're coming to the country, there's a way they treat you coming to your country like someone else has a different passport.
Yeah.
That mindset has to change. We need to be pro-African, so to speak. It seems like they still want to suck up to foreigners, regardless. Like,
So
you
a
are
whole
coming to your own
adjustment of mentality.
Yes, like that's why another thing, history needs to be put back, and we need to start pushing history, not just in school anymore, everywhere. Like, people really need to know, because now there's this social media gives people access to so much information that they are not even sure. 1 second they can say, you can see it might be fake news. They can write somebody shot somebody so at this point in time, and that's where somebody will just pick up a political agenda from and say, you see what happened, and these are the reason why people don't know the things that really happened that shaped us into where we are today.
So how can we find those things? And the reason I'm asking you specifically is because, yes, we know each other apart from all of this stuff. And I know that you extensively go out of your way. You go on road trips to, heritage spots. And what else can we do to find information on who we are so maybe we can better direct where we are going?
Okay, so majority of people that have this information, a lot of them have passed, sadly. But there's still a handful of them that some of us are still looking forward to having conversations with so that they can share one or two things with us, right? Because majority or most our history originally was more oral than written. And even our own writing self was even still hidden from us. So even if when we see it these days, we just think it's art. There's a lot of things that we've lost to time because of ignorance or because we just didn't want to push ourselves to the limit. That same courage that it took a lot of people to cross the sea or to go by air to another place is the same courage it take for you to decide that, okay, I think it's time I want to find out about this. Because it will take you to fields that you'll be like, oh my days, that will contradict a lot of the things that you have already learned in school. I'll tell everybody I don't believe the world is round until I can prove to myself otherwise. So I'm not going to come in your face and start shouting, hey, do you know? Because I still want to prove it to myself because what I found out or what I read resonates with me. If I told you that they were meant to be 13 months and not 12, you ask me how. I'll tell you that it's simple. 28 days is meant to be a month.
So you would take all the days and put them...
It is, if you go down that rabbit hole, you find the truth where you want to find it. You understand that here on the African plain, our women were just as powerful as we, the men. There was no one is better than the other, and they lived with it. There was no competition. There was no insinuation that somebody's meant to be better, because they were exceptional female generals.
Yes, they were.
As well as they were also the men. So that part, someone else came to try and tell us that this is how it's supposed to be, and then the Mukailas started carrying that thing around.
So to thrive,
you get. We need to.
You need a reorientation. Basically.
Yes, that's the kind of programs that we need to start. We need to start reorientating people as to who they are and their own potential, because that's where it starts, from your insecurities. They'll feed. Right now, your phone listens to you every time and projects something that you definitely do not want at different times. For all of you that use social media, one morning, you were thinking about something the night before, the next morning, the minute you opened it, you saw it. What's going on? These people are using our... Let's not go too deep into that part before you say I'm a conspiracy theorist.
No, it's okay.
I'll just say that we really need to dig deep and find out more about ourselves.
So we need to know where we're coming from.
In order to know where we're going to be heading to.
We need to revise our policies, key
our
policies.
Curriculum. There's a lot of work to go into it. And that's why I say we need to sit down and plan it well. There are strategies that can be used. We can copy some of these other people's techniques, the things that they use in brainwashing us. We can also use it to reorientate our own people.
Okay.
As long as we have the goal of properly correcting the problems. Because problem choke. As in, some people just look at you and they think, this one, if you do hachu, $10,000. You don't know that your hachu. Nah, you guys go pay hospital bill.
My dear.
You get me? So you see, there's a lot of things, and wow. There's a lot, to be honest. I can't just say it's just this one thing or it's just that thing.
Yes,
I can't say it's just this leader that is the main problem or it's that leader. I can't say it's this. There's a lot that needs to go into it. But originally, the correction starts with every single one of us as individuals to start trying to correct ourselves. Let's not try and take one way. Let's not try and beat the lights. Let's try and adhere to, little things like that. We'll start. Let's throw our trash in the bin. Let's start from all those ones. When you're about to say, I can dagbo this guy of 200K. No, man, if you get family, make I just...
Let's try and vote people that have sense, rather than people that don't have sense.
You see, when it comes to political, I will not say anything past like that.
I didn't say anything.
Everybody did what they wanted to do.
I didn't say... I said let's try and vote people that have sense.
Exactly. Let's put things in place that will help us filter through the people that need to come and... If I want to tell them to start taking an aptitude test, we want to see how they are able to... Okay, fine. Now, the bosses them that are meant to be in power have been in power. Now, the next set of people... You are coming to work like Jackie. Understand we are going to press your neck. We need people that at any point in time, someone can knock your forehead.
And they're willing to take that sacrifice.
Yes, because now you're doing it for us. Okay. Because if there's a negative turn of events, it's the average that will still suffer, not those guys. Because those guys, they have bunkers, they have private runways, express, they land jet. They can take off anywhere. The rest of us will just be sitting there here. Oh God, I die no. Sitting dogs. And there's a lot of all this kind of people that are lickers to these people that are doing the wrong thing. I can't even tell them.
Yes, man.
There are a lot of kids that you're not telling that, say your papa did fumble with the country. say
but that's
tell your
nothing
mom
to do
to
with
talk to these people now. No, but at the same time, these are people that we can use to get through to them from now. And when we get it, respect is reciprocal. You don't want them to not pay your school fees. I get it, but when the time matters, we need you to be able to help us
stand up for the right
thing.
like
these guys are really, because if push comes to shove, man, I don't know how I'm supposed to run from Lagos to Ogun State too. And even at Dara to Ogun State, I might as well I'm not running into fire. Because it's the same thing if I'm even in the Europe safe. Because if you find out what's going on in the world, you're not even sure of where it can change at any time. So like I said, there's no place like home. Let's correct it here. First with ourselves, then with our other things, and then, keep it pushing. But then, at the same time, Wakawaka no go bad.
Well, thank you for your advice and your points on how you think we can thrive. Well, thank you for your advice on how we can move forward. Guys, don't forget you can join in the conversation. If you have something to say about... a lot of this argument that has happened here, feel free to drop it in the comment section. If you agree with Seyi and you're definitely patriotic and you believe in growing in home soil and fixing our problem, please make sure you write so below. And if you believe in going away but making sure you bring your skills back, then please say so indeed. If you also have any relatable experiences or any other topics that you would like us to discuss, make sure you drop it in our comment section. Well, for now, we've had a very serious debate, and you guys have been going back and forth. So I just need the tension to reduce.
More.
I just need us to, have a little bit of fun. So we're going to play a nice game, and the games are sponsored by Vesti, and I want wrong answers only.
Sorry, say that again.
I want wrong answers only. You guys are very learned. You can call out... This thing happened in 1960, and he can call out this. There's a.
Okay, so it's just wrong.
I just need wrong answers.
So, Alpha, on our stamp on visa for us.
I just want.
If we airlines,
Vesti can help you with that.
Yes, so Vesti can help.
Vesti can definitely help you with that.
Let me press. If I get it wrong, take note. If I get it wrong, now press me.
Press you.
One paper like this.
Schengen 5 years. I want to backpack across again. It's fun.
All right, wrong answers only. So I'm going to start first with you, Wakawaka.
Okay.
What's the capital of Nigeria?
Lagos.
Seyi, 1 + 1 is
4.
Waka, who is Beyonce?
Michael Jackson's sister.
Sorry, what? Seyi, how to cook rice?
How to cook rice? You put oil on the fire, you throw the rice aside.
Fair. Okay. Doctor, what is your ideal lifestyle?
Sit down, steal ballot boxes, steal money,
Oh, Lord.
grow a pot belly,
Oh, jeez.
wear cap,
Please,
put
wear-
the cap on the right-hand side.
Hey.
Go on, shot.
That's it.
Shots
Okay,
fired.
that was a
Shots fired. Shots fired. Venita.
Seyi, how would you describe your life right now?
Oh, soft life. God damn it. Private jet lifestyle. When I know they see my other man, you dey crazy. She, I'm 250 on my wrist, man. What you saying?
Wakawaka. Are you breathing? Are you breathing? Are you okay? Do you need medical attention? Please, you need a doctor from the house. National doctor or homegrown. No.
Anybody wait there and say, okay.
Doctor, whenever jackpot, beg, go. Why do people jackpot? It's okay, breathe.
Seyi.
See them, Are you seeing them
Can I
now?
answer this question?
Let me answer back.
Because the country is great.
I'm going. I'm finished.
Was that answer correct or wrong?
I mean,
All right.
I will let our audience decide. Was his answer right or was it wrong? Please make sure you write so in the comments below. Guys, behave now. You people should behave.
No,
Sorry.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who is locked in and watching. As I said, feel free to write all your thoughts and opinions. I'm going to strangle the doctor. Write them down below. If you think he needs 20 lashes of Koboko, please make sure you write it there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. It's very, very important. Guys, I want to appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming down.
much.
Thank you for your time. And also great knowledge gems. I'm always learning new things on this podcast. And Vesti and I would just like to appreciate you with a little token of appreciation.
Thank you very much.
So here is a goodie bag for you. No, we'll talk to Vesti. Visa is coming, baby.
See, that part is not hard. That part is not hard.
It's not-
We don't put for money for it.
We go. No worry with it,
No, I
baby.
know say
For
foreign
we go
currency.
drop in currency for you.
Go.
It's in- on page 30.
You see what this country does to you? It makes you fairer.
Can you
smell
see
cash.
what Mr. Patriotism is doing?
You can smell currency from.
I mean, make una no verse. And they try and live una well, but these people won't kill me for here.
Yeah.
So please share with whoever is in your contact list and make sure you drop your own mind down below. Once again, thank you for watching the Uncolored Podcast. Thank you to my amazing guests. And shout out to you guys, Vesti. And it's been yours truly, Venita Akpofure. Please take care.